Let's get one thing straight. When you step into your kitchen to prepare that special holiday meal, you're not the only chef at work. There's another force, always present, always working behind the scenes, shaping every dish you dream up. That silent partner is Mother Nature herself. Long before you even write your shopping list or pick up a single ingredient, she's already made decisions that will shape your menu. The weather, the seasons, and the land all play a role in what ends up on your table. When she decides to unleash a harsh European winter, all your carefully laid plans can change in an instant. A sudden snowstorm or a biting wind can wipe out crops, delay harvests, and make certain foods scarce or even impossible to find. Every single ingredient you use, from humble potatoes to tart cranberries, begins its journey as a gamble against the elements. Will the ground freeze too soon? Will the rain come at the right time? Each harvest is a small miracle. Farmers across Europe watch the skies with hope and anxiety, praying for just enough sun, the right amount of rain, and a late frost. But sometimes, nature has other plans, and an early winter can devastate months of hard work overnight. As the first snow quietly blankets the Alps and hard frosts grip the fields of Germany, the fate of your holiday meal is sealed, often before you even realize it. The landscape itself becomes a silent storyteller, shaping what's possible in your kitchen. A single cold snap can mean empty berry shelves in London, or parsnips that suddenly cost twice as much. The ripple effects of weather stretch from remote farms to bustling city markets, changing what's available and what's affordable. But this story isn't just about farming. It's about tradition, flavor, and the real journey your food takes before it reaches your plate. Every dish is a blend of history, hard work, and the unpredictable hand of nature. So forget the glossy supermarket catalogs and the perfect pictures they promise. They rarely show the true story behind your holiday feast. This is the reality: muddy boots, frosty mornings, and the relentless work of farmers. Pay attention, and you'll see the unseen chef in your kitchen every holiday season. An early frost isn't just a pretty scene, it's a silent killer that creeps in overnight, changing everything in its path. For farmers, the arrival of frost is a moment of dread, a signal that months of hard work and hope could be wiped out in a matter of hours. One freezing night can turn a lush green field of lettuce into a blackened, soggy mess. The leaves, once crisp and full of life, collapse under the icy grip, leaving nothing but loss behind. There's no way to reverse the damage. What's lost is lost for good. Root vegetables like carrots and potatoes, which usually promise a reliable harvest, are suddenly at risk. These crops are the backbone of many farms, and their fate hangs in the balance when the temperature drops. If the ground freezes solid before harvest, these vegetables become trapped beneath a layer of ice. Farmers can't dig them out, and when the soil finally thaws, the roots often rot, turning a season's worth of effort into nothing but waste. Months of planning, planting, and nurturing can vanish in a single night. It's not just the crops, livestock suffer too, exposed to the biting cold and harsh winds. Sudden cold snaps shock their systems, especially the most vulnerable: the young, the old, and the pregnant. Illnesses spread quickly and survival rates drop. Animals burn more calories just to stay warm, so they need extra feed at the very moment when pastures are frozen and nothing grows. Feed supplies dwindle, and costs rise as farmers scramble to keep their animals healthy. Water troughs freeze solid, forcing farmers to break thick ice several times a day. Without access to fresh water, dehydration becomes a real threat for every animal on the farm. Farmers work around the clock, breaking ice, hauling heavy feed, and checking on their herds in the dead of night, often in total darkness and freezing temperatures. Instead of harvesting crops or planning for the next season, they're fighting a daily battle just to keep everything alive. Every task is harder, every hour longer. An early winter doesn't just threaten the crops, it puts the entire farm under relentless pressure. Every decision becomes a matter of survival. Milk yields drop as cows struggle with the cold. Pregnant ewes are at greater risk of complications, and the bills for feed, fuel, and repairs skyrocket. The workload explodes overnight. Everyone pitches in, but exhaustion sets in quickly. Survival becomes the only goal, and the future feels uncertain. It's not just a bad day, it's a fight for the farm's future, for the family's livelihood, and for the generations that came before and will come after. The impact is immediate and brutal. There's no time to recover, no easy fix. Every living thing on the farm is at risk, and the losses can be devastating. Every animal, every plant, every person feels the strain. The farm becomes a battleground against the elements, with survival hanging in the balance. So when you sit down to your holiday meal, remember, the feast on your table comes from farms that have fought through nights like these. This is the harsh reality behind your holiday meal, a story of resilience, sacrifice, and hope in the face of nature's worst. When the ground freezes, it's like locking the pantry and tossing the key. Harvesting root vegetables becomes impossible. Machinery can't break through frozen soil. Winter crops like leeks and kale, meant to survive the cold, die of thirst as their roots can't draw water from frozen earth. Snow piles on, hiding crops and blocking roads, isolating farms and trapping produce. The whole operation grinds to a halt. Even next year's crops are at risk. Winter wheat and barley seedlings can die in a hard freeze, slashing future yields. If the ground stays frozen into spring, planting is delayed, threatening the next harvest. One bad winter can ripple into the next season. It's not just a single crisis, it's a chain reaction. Farmers don't just give up, they fight back. For delicate crops, they cover fields with fleece to trap warmth and shield from frost. In orchards, sprinklers coat buds in ice, using science to protect fruit from deeper cold. For root vegetables, they watch for a thaw, or insulate fields with straw, buying precious time. Livestock are moved indoors early, straining space and resources. Extra feed and constant ice breaking become daily routines. Every day is a battle, costly, exhausting, relentless. Farmers become frontline soldiers against winter's assault. Ingenuity and grit are their only weapons. Even if farmers save their crops, the journey to your supermarket is another battle. Snowstorms can trap lorries for days, turning fresh produce into spoiled waste. Icy roads mean delays, accidents, and ruined shipments, especially for fragile goods, like herbs and berries. Temperature-controlled trucks now fight to keep produce from freezing, not just cool. A single breakdown can destroy an entire load. Supply chains scramble, rerouting trucks, switching to rail or air, driving up costs. Shortages in one region ripple across the continent. The just-in-time system collapses into chaos. Every link in the chain is under threat. The result? Empty shelves and unpredictable deliveries. Your food's journey is now a race against winter. So, what does all this mean for you? Empty shelves, missing favorites, and sky-high prices. Quality drops, smaller, tougher sprouts, misshapen carrots, potatoes with frost damage. You pay more for less, and the perfect produce becomes a luxury. Supermarkets scramble to fill gaps, flying in expensive alternatives from far away. Your food's origin shifts, and its carbon footprint grows. The variety you expect vanishes overnight. It's not greed, it's the cost of chaos. The holiday table you imagined is suddenly out of reach. A cold snap in Europe changes everything you see in the aisles. Your holiday feast is under threat. Turkeys and geese, forced indoors early, are smaller and pricier. Trimmings like Brussels sprouts and parsnips suffer. Frost can ruin their flavor or trap them in the ground. The best roasting potatoes may be scarce, replaced by less ideal varieties. Even desserts take a hit. Dried fruits and fresh berries become rare and expensive. Ice wine vintages can be lost if the freeze is unpredictable. Every part of your menu, from the main course to dessert, is at the mercy of the weather. You might have to improvise or pay a premium for tradition. The festive meal you planned may look very different. Scarcity and surprise are now on the menu. The real cost of a harsh winter isn't just missing veg, it's a wake-up call. When icy winds sweep across Europe, the impact ripples far beyond the fields. It's a reminder that our food supply, something we often take for granted, is more vulnerable than it seems. Our global food system is efficient, but fragile. It relies on perfect timing, smooth transport, and stable weather. When winter bites hard, even the most advanced logistics can't make up for crops that never grew. We expect endless choice and low prices, but a cold snap exposes the risks. Suddenly, shelves that were once overflowing are bare, and the few vegetables left come with a higher price tag. For families, soaring prices mean tough choices. Fewer fresh vegetables, more tinned or frozen, and less festive abundance. Parents have to rethink meals, swapping out favorite recipes for what's available and affordable. The weather 1,000 miles away hits your wallet at home. A storm in Spain or Italy can mean a spike in your grocery bill, even if the sun is shining outside your window. We've lost touch with the seasons, expecting strawberries in December. Supermarkets have trained us to believe that any fruit or vegetable should be available year-round, no matter the weather. A harsh winter forces us to eat seasonally, not by choice but by necessity. Suddenly, root vegetables and hardy greens are all that's left, and our meals become simpler, more traditional. Farmers take the hardest hit: lost crops, lost income, and immense stress. For them, a cold snap isn't just an inconvenience, it's a threat to their livelihood and their future. Small farms may not survive. Without the resources to recover, some family farms are forced to close, leaving rural communities even more vulnerable. The empty shelf is the end of a farmer's struggle. It's the visible sign of a chain reaction that started months before in a frozen field. That's the true hidden cost of a cold snap. It's not just about what's missing from your plate, it's about the unseen hardships, the broken links in our food chain, and the reminder that nature still calls the shots. The weather's a mess and the shelves are bare, so get smart, be flexible, adapt your menu to what's available and affordable, embrace winter veg like cabbage, swede, and celeriac, find new recipes and improvise. Buy frozen. These veggies are picked at their best, and often taste better than tired imports. Shop local and seasonal, visit farmers markets, talk to growers, and support those hit hardest. Use every part of your ingredients. Turn scraps into soups or snacks. Waste nothing, food is precious. Let the weather guide your cooking. Creativity thrives in adversity. This holiday, turn crisis into culinary triumph. Adapt, improvise, and celebrate what you have. That's how real chefs cook. The weather may change, but your holiday spirit doesn't have to. Now get cooking.